Welcome to another CEO Wisdom Pod. We have Dima Chernobilsky with us today. Dima is the co-founder and CEO at GrowDirector. He's a GrowDirector, that is. He's advancing smart farming through automation and AI in Tel Aviv, Israel. I'm in Oaxaca, Mexico. And this podcast is brought to you by bookridegpt.com. If you want to take some of your LinkedIn posts, convert them into a Kindle book in 5 seconds, you can do so by going to bookridegpt.com. The first credit is on me. Dima, welcome to the pod. Tell me a bit more about yourself and what you're up to nowadays.
Hey, Charles. Thank you. Well, I will start with my background. Okay, so let me say a few words about the company, that will be more clear. We do greenhouse automation with AI. Our company is about a decade old. We can essentially automate any greenhouse and saving resources and saving a lot of labor, especially nowadays. It's super important.
Right. And your background?
Okay. My initial background, my education is an economist.
Yeah.
I was a CFO of a public company and different other companies. And my journey into agriculture started more than a decade ago. I was living back there in Nigeria, out of all the places.
Interesting.
I had too much free time on my hand, and I was into agronomy. And I thought, if you throw a seed and you're gonna spit on it a few times, it will grow and everything will be great. So I failed the first time, the second, the third, and then on the first time it started to do something, start to growing. And I started, and I decided, this challenge is not big enough. Let's do hydroponics, because back then it was more complicated. There was some automation. It was very complicated, but I went on it. And by growing and by handling all the challenges, I was dreaming about some product which can automate it. And my co-founder actually called me this time, said, look, I'm also thinking about something. Let's do it together. So I left the sunny Nigeria in hoping to make an IPO in 6 months and to be a billionaire. Well, spoiler, still not a billionaire, maybe one day. And it's passed much more than 6 months, but we are alive. We have clients all over the world, in North America, in Middle East, in Asia. We are growing, we're making our system smarter day by day. And the last couple of years, everybody has a lot of hype about AI. We are trying to do not only the hype, but also the actually working AI. Sorry, and actually trying to make AI work. Currently, there is a few components that we have introduced into our system. Number one, it's AI agronomist. In any language in the world, you actually can ask any agronomic questions. Will tell you how to grow something, how to do it. It has image recognition. You can snap your plant. It will tell you what's the problem and how to solve it. We have AI support, which nowadays it's very important. As I tell you, this is the only entity in the universe who actually reads the whole user manual. It can answer any question about the product day and night. Super helpful. Now we're introducing a new thing which called AI summary. This is a very advanced AI analyzer. So each week it's going to analyze everything what happened in your greenhouse and give you an insight. It will give you an insight, for example, we saw that in your greenhouse during some part of the day, it's too hot. And we see that you are working your HVAC and your fans for so much time. We found a better way to do it. We think you need to implement this time of schedule, which will save a lot of resources, but actually keep your climate more stable, and so on. So it's really insight and analyze of your greenhouse, what was happened, and how we can make it better. Better, I mean how we can actually save resources and make your environment more stable.
Right.
As well as we have small CRM inside of the of your greenhouse, which you can record everything what's happening, reminders, different tasks for your staff, and so So this actually AI, which actually working right now, giving you insight and helping. So this is my brief.
And thanks for your brief. What makes you think it is a billion dollar opportunities? Because there's a bunch of these, one in Israel, two in US. I think it's probably the biggest ag tech startup market, I would say. What do you think? Why do you think it's a billion dollar opportunity? Run us through the economics here. Like, what's the cost of your device? What's your total addressable market? And yeah, how's been growth for you in the past 5 years?
Sure. Now, first of all, thank you for the compliment. We are working very hard to make things very easy. Uh, addressable market in North America is about $6 billion, and we're talking about roughly roughly $20 billion worldwide. It's growing double digit annually, and for me, like, it's easy sell. Now we also automate our food and make it accessible. We die from hunger, so this is an easy sell for me. Uh, Last year we have, from 23 to 24, we have tripled our income, and we are hoping to double it in 2025. Now, okay, and in this year, and by the end of the year, we're going to unveil our fourth generation of our product, which will have much more capabilities and features. About the product, just imagine Lego. Okay, you buy only what you need. You don't buy the whole thing. There's no one centralized computer. Everything is just centralized. You can start very small and you can scale up very easy. It will cost you the same thing. Either you do like the whole greenhouse day one, or you do like step by step. It will cost you the same thing. Very modular and scalable device. And cost, we're talking about, it starts from like a couple $1,000s for a greenhouse, and the more things that you want, it will be a bit more. It will go up higher, but still, it's super affordable. Whatever you have on the market, it's super affordable, and this is why we're also able to help small and medium growers as well. Not only the big and huge guys, but we're helping growers which are starting, which like has budget constraints, which is acceptable, and we're doing something for little money. We're doing something big.
Right. And the device itself, it just connects to my full greenhouse systems, and it would intelligently control and automate it. Don't I already have such a device? When I buy all these equipments, I don't have any automations and I'm pushing buttons as a human.
Exactly. It's a virus device. You need really little infrastructure in order to install it. And when you scale up, once again, very little infrastructure, just a few buttons, and it's online. You buy only what you need. You use only what you need. You pay only for you need. You pay only for what you need. You don't overpay. You don't buy for the future. You buy what you need now. If you need more tomorrow, very easy to scale up.
Sure, but what I mean is, as a farmer, like if I buy all this equipment, like these hoses, these lights, these fans, aren't these things already automated?
No.
That
You just
is
buy.
incredible.
Let's imagine smart home, which is easy to imagine. Okay, you enter your apartment, you have your light, you have your HVAC, and you have, let's say, okay, light and HVAC. It's not automated. Okay, you input our device, and then your light will be on only when it's needed. Your HVAC will be working only when it's needed, and you can like predetermine certain rules before you enter your apartment. I want to be cold, hot, and so on. So just imagine like this.
Interesting, because I mean, my dad, like 15 years ago, was having automation to water or actual grass, like in front of the house. And farmers would still like manually push buttons on a daily basis. I understand the aspect that it's brought to an app, right? I think that would be like, yeah, something I could see, but I didn't know that like these things weren't automated yet. It's pretty flabbergasting that they would have humans actually to push buttons and to monitor things, right? So your device, it connects to all of that. Is it complex? Is it Does it fit with most equipment out there? Can I even plug like my device from 1990 to your stuff? Like how do you actually figure that out?
We can automate anything that has electricity, period.
Nice.
Automation is not new. Automation, different kind of automation, you can back as 60s. What I always explain is the following: we haven't invented the wheel. We just make it easy to use. And when we developed our product in mind of ease of use, we work very, very hard for people to work very, very easy.
Right.
Our interface is simple, intuitive, and easy to use. And we think this is one of the most important things for us and for our users, to make it easy and accessible.
Right. So ultimately, it's a universal adapter, I would guess. There's many of those, as we can see behind you. And there's a bunch of chips in these things that the zero and ones, and you can program these to water at X time, to start the fan at this other time, for example. And yeah, it's sort of hardware and software companies both all at once. Do you manufacture these things yourself, or is it proprietary, the what's inside of these boxes, or do you just outsource that to China and hope they don't copy you in a couple of months down the line?
Yes, software and hardware is ours. We developed and manufacture everything from scratch. I wouldn't say that we have invented like a wheel about the hardware. So hardware is accessible, but we did invent a wheel in software. So our company and our product is very very sophisticated software-wise. Okay, everybody can switch on and off. We haven't invented wheel here. We did invent the wheel when it's coming to software and interface and usability and features. This is our main competitive advantage.
Right. And let's say that I'm a farmer. How could buying your device? I think you said it's $500, right? Like each box or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the starting point.
Yeah. Let's say I buy one of these. How could it change my business? Like, could it increase my crops by 15, 20%? Could it reduce the chance of them dying? Could it reduce my labor cost by 15%? What kind of impact could it have on my business?
Okay, about the increase of yield. Okay, average it's about 36%, but it very depends who we're talking. If we are coming into unprofessional, unsophisticated growers, I can increase the yield by 90%. If we're coming to a super professional growers, I can increase the yield by 5%, 3%, but still every percent, especially for the professional growers, is a lot. Same thing with labor. Okay, it's about 46% saving of labor. Once again, if we're coming to very unsophisticated and labor-intensive greenhouse, I can save a lot. I wouldn't say 90%, but we could talk about a significant amount of percentage. If I'm coming to a super sophisticated, super efficient greenhouse, I still can save, let's say, about 5 to 10%. It depends. Saving is always on this period. Okay, how much? It depends what you had before. So we can integrate into your current automation. We can upgrade only a certain thing in the greenhouse. Let's say only irrigation, only environment, and so on, so on, so on. It's very dependent on the growers how he want to use, and it's very dependent on the growers how I can help. We can help everybody to do something better.
Right. So, okay. You're replacing humans, right? Like with AI, arguably. If you replace like someone that works at a farm, right, at the low-level worker, do you feel that these people just go and upgrade jobs, upgrade their skill sets? Do you believe in the fact that AI will slash a bunch of jobs in the next couple of years?
We don't replace. We just give the same person ability to do much more in the same time. This is what we do.
Got it.
And this is what AI will do. Okay, he will let all of us to do much more in the same time, and maybe someday we'll get to our 3-4 days work week and
I hope
not
not.
5-6. So once again, we don't replace. We just give them much more ability to do much more in less time. This is what we do.
Reaching out to farmers, selling out to agricultural people looks like a challenge, right? Like most of these people are not tech savvy and they spend their full day in the fields. They may check their mobile phones. So, what is your go to market motion like?
We have distributors in every location we describe in North America, in Asia, and in Middle East. We give those distributors the insights, ability, and training how to help the growers. And the growers are always talking to their local distributor because it's much easier. Okay, like people like locality, and this is what we give them. But we give them the insight and the AI, which developed by us and very sophisticated, and which will be used and introduced to them by their local partner who they know and trust.
Right. And it's 500 for the hardware device. Do I have to pay monthly as well to use the app?
We don't have a monthly feature. It starts from 500. It depends. Like the more things that you want to automate, the more features that you want, it will cost you more. Okay, but it starts. Look, as we discussed in the beginning, like average, let's say, small greenhouse of about, let's say, 10,000 square feet. You can start from a couple $1,000 for the complete automation. Depends how much things that you go, and the more things that you have, the bigger greenhouse it will grow. But it's still very, I would say, super competitive pricing.
And is it the gold mine in a SaaS model in which you would build them on a monthly basis so that you could raise more capital and grow to your $1 billion aspiration?
Well, this is a market strategy, market penetration strategy. Okay, we want to give people something that for now they will have one-time payment, and we're introducing more and more of the features. If they like those features, they will pay. If they not, they will stay with what they have. This is the
Got it.
decision that we have made.
How's it to build in Israel amidst of this war? I think you're from Ukraine as well originally, so you've always been like in the middle of conflict zones. Did that build you or did that slow you down?
Either it will kill you or it will make you stronger. So I'm still alive.
What lessons have you gained from these challenging times? You know, because you must have been slapped across the face a couple of times.
I did. Good question. Something I need to think about. I would say to be ready to change. And the world around you will change. And if somebody will think that things will stay as is they were 10 years ago, it will be hard for him to survive.
Yeah, because I guess when there's like shelling over your head and so forth, like sounds sort of easy, right? At the end of the day, it's like I do these 100K runs, and after I come back from these runs, business is piece of cake. It's compared to like the hardship that you've lived before. I guess it's like second nature. You don't even need to think about it. Your system is sort of adapted to for that. You know, it gets more resilient, it's more gritty.
Yes, and for people to understand it's better. Like, fortunately, not everybody is living in the war zone. But imagine COVID. Okay, it started was a complete chaos. Then you're coming to your work and your mind is in a different place and you are more calm. So imagine something like this.
Right. And right now, like, what are your top objectives as a CEO this year? What is your keen focus for this quarter?
Deeper market penetration in North America, integrating more distributors and greenhouse builders into our network, and giving our solution to more people. And of course, developing and introducing new AI features which will help people. As we explained, we have AI agronomists which can tell you any agronomic questions, answer everything. Snappy pictures will tell you what's the problem. a summary which can actually analyze on AI level everything what happened in your greenhouse and give you insight how you can save resources and what actually happened to your greenhouse, how much everything worked and why, and what was your environment. And we have now working on new advanced AI features which will make our system even better and for people to use it even simpler. So one of the things that we are working, I will give a small secret, you will be able actually to talk to your system. Okay, I want my environment to be like this and this and this, and it will do it automatically.
Hope it's better than Alexa. Do you foresee a food crisis in this world with overpopulation, which is sort of slowing down on some levels, but also with the global climate crisis that we're seeing, like more forest fires, storms, rougher environments? Do you foresee a problem, or is technology, ag tech companies like yours sort of fixing that?
I'm very keen about technology, and technology can solve many of our problems. Number one. Number two, myself lived 5 years in Africa. So what I would say is the following. There is no food crisis. The problem is that the poor people doesn't have money to buy food. Currently, we are producing double amount of food. The problem is about 30% actually food being spoiled due to inefficient logistics networks, especially in the third world countries. Not even third world countries. Let's say US, like it's a first world country, like without any discussion. But even today, in silos, the grains, mouse eat about 5% of the grains. Okay, this is US. Now imagine what happening.
Good for mouse.
Yes. Now
I
imagine what
love
happening.
mouse.
Well, not when they eat your food. Now imagine what happening in the third world countries. This is number one. And number two, we are too greedy. About 20% of the food that we are purchasing, we as people, as on the first world, and restaurants are being thrown away. So currently about double amount of food being produced. Okay, just don't throw it away. Just make a better logistic network. Okay, there's enough food, not enough smart people to use it smartly.
Yeah, and even at the individual level, not talking about restaurants, but in your fridge, right? Like what percentage of food goes to waste? Probably around that, probably around 30%, you know? So I guess also an invention at the local level, like IoT, a fridge that would probably preserve stuff or show it to you once you open the fridge, which oddly is a UX problem. You open your fridge and there's food everywhere and you don't know what to eat at what time. It should tell you, like, it should read the date of expiration and so forth. And yeah, it seems there's very slow innovation on that side. So shout out to anyone that wants to start an IoT smart fridge company. Dima, where can people find out more about you?
They can visit our website, GrowDirector.com. They can write to me on Dima, Dima at GrowDirector.com. And we are gladly answer any clients and answer any questions and help with any problem.